Hello, this is a video on how to play the dice game Beat That. Beat That is a very simple dice game. The objective is to win the maximum number of rounds. What you'll need for this game are two six-sided dice, and so that's pretty much all you need. In terms of playing, it is a two-player game, and so it is strictly two players. What you'll need is once again your two dice and something to keep score. In this case, I'm on a program, so it's automatically keeping the score for me, but you could just have a pen and a paper, and that could work too. So each player rolls two dice on their turn and adds the sum of the two dice. I record that. So, sorry, not add the sum of the two dice. You write down the number of the two dice, the highest number of the two dice that can be made. And so notice how my opponent rolled a 6 and a 1. That could make the number 1-6, so 16, or 6-1, right? So my opponent would write the highest number possible. So that would be not 1-6 because that's 16. That would be 6-1 because 61 is greater than 16. And so my opponent would then roll the highest number possible using their dice. Each opponent writes down the highest number possible using their dice. The player with the higher score in each round wins the round. So I rolled a 6 and a 2. I formed the number 62. My opponent rolled a 6 and a 1. They formed the number 61. As a result, since my number was higher, I scored 1 point. I rolled a 3 and a 1. I made the number 31. My opponent rolled a 4 and a 2. They made the number 42. 42 is greater than 31. They score a point. One more time. I rolled a 3 and a 6. I can make 36 or 63. You always make the highest number. My opponent rolled a 5 and a 2. My opponent made the number 52. I had a higher number. Therefore, I win the round. The overall objective is simple. You want to win the maximum number of rounds. Now, this is totally up to you and your opponent as to how many rounds you choose to play. Since this game is pretty fast, you could go with 20 rounds, and that would still only take about 10 minutes, maybe, max. And so just pick a number of rounds, and whoever wins the largest number wins. If you have a tiebreaker, well, you wouldn't really, right? I guess, yes, you could have a tiebreaker, right? Let's say you play 20 rounds, both players score 10-10, then play an extra round to determine the winner. Whoever wins that round wins the game. So Beat That's pretty simple. Once again, you just need your two six-sided dice. Each player rolls two dice, and then they create the highest value number which can be made. Right? So right here we could have made 2 and 5, 25, or 5 and 2, 52. We choose to make the highest value number. Both players write down their highest value number. The player with the higher value number wins the round and scores it as a round 1. The player who has won the most rounds wins the game. That wraps up how to play Beat That. It's quite a simple game, and you could really teach it to anybody. Some of these games are quite simple, but I guess that's not always a bad thing. And so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.